What's up, Colorado State Rams fans? Rich Kurtzman here in a joyous, well now quiet, as you can see, sunny Lubick Field at Mile High Stadium, and luckily they left on a couple of lights here after the game was over, and they did their lighting ceremony where they had all kinds of influential members of Colorado State football's past and present turn off the lights and lower the flags from the different decades, the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and 2010s, and luckily, the 29,000 fans that showed up in attendance tonight were treated to a great game by Mike Bobo's Colorado State Rams, who won 49-31. And as Mike Bobo said after the game, it was an awesome night. He said, "I challenged our guys to do their job, and they did just that." He said he was really impressed by the coaches and the players who came out and did everything correctly, it seemed like, tonight. The offense, they were dominant. They ran for 412 rushing yards tonight to only 265 against the #1 rushing team in the country, the New Mexico Lobos, in that triple option attack. First, let's talk about the offense. 3 100-yard running backs tonight. Marvin Kinsey led the way with 127 yards. Then you had Dalen Dawkins and Izzy Matthews as well. And Kinsey had the 75-yard touchdown to the house with speed. As Mike Bobo said, he showed off his track speed on that run. And then Dawkins also scored one. Nick Stevens actually led all running backs with 2 rushing touchdowns on the night. He also threw one to Michael Gallup, who tiptoed down the sideline 65 yards for the score. Now, Colorado State, they were awesome offensively. They weren't as balanced as they could have been, but it wasn't a big deal because they ran for 412 yards. 3 guys ran for 100 yards. That was a school record for a single game. And Mike Bobo said that it was huge that they were able to control the line of scrimmage, and really on both ends of the ball, offensively and defensively. But that was maybe more easily seen offensively when you look at those numbers. Defensively, if you look at the fact that New Mexico usually runs for 347.8 yards per game, which leads the entire college football Division I, all teams. They only were able to run for 265 yards and only 51 in the first half. In the second half, they were able to do some damage. New Mexico was. Tyrion Gibson started going off. Richard McCorley, he scored one for his 13th of the season to lead the New Mexico Lobos. Now, also, like I said, we can't forget how well the defense played. Justin Sweet, the safety last week, who said the Rams weren't able to get off their blocks, and that was just a refrain that we heard over and over and over again. He said everybody had a chip on their shoulders after the embarrassment last week as Colorado State lost 46-49 to the Air Force Falcons and that triple option attack. So you really wondered going into this game, could Colorado State even slow down that rushing attack? Well, they stopped that rushing attack for the first half, and they actually got them to get out of their game, New Mexico, as they went to the passing attack more in the second half. Kevin Davis, the leader of the defense, said it was awesome to win, and he said, what better way to send out Hughes Stadium than with a win on this frigid night here at sunny Lubick Field at Hughes Stadium. It was really like they played night and day compared to last week. And this team, as Michael Gallup said, he had the best quote, really. He said that last week, or during the week, that Mike Bobo told him and told the team that this is the most improved team from week 1 to today than he's ever coached as a coach. That's huge props to them for growing this big. And what does this mean? Well, it means a 4th straight bowl appearance. Obviously, it means that they're also shutting down Hughes Stadium with a win, which was key for the history of everything. 49 years, they put 49 points on the board. That's pretty awesome, pretty serendipitous, if you will. And now, next up they play San Diego State, who's 9-2. They lost to Wyoming today, close at the end of the game. They're not going to probably beat San Diego. This was a must-win game, and they got that win. They got it dominantly. It wasn't just a squeak-by, grinded-out game. This was a dominating performance by Colorado State. arguably their best game of the year. Obviously, they played 37-0 against Fresno State a couple of weeks ago, but this was a 7-3 New Mexico Lobo team who came in here, who's now 7-4. They were 5-1 in conference, and Colorado State handed them their second loss. So, here at Sonny Lubick Field at Hughes Stadium, for one final time, as you can kind of see, the goalposts over here over my left shoulder were torn down. Well, they were taken down by the security guards, and then students actually rushed the field, which was pretty cool. The players said they carried these goalposts here all the way to here. They were going to take them up into the stands, it looked like, but the police ended up stopping them. So this is where the goalposts ended up living, here on the 10-yard line. This kid's out here throwing the football around. People are still out on the field enjoying this win. It was really cool to see everyone out here in the final game at Sonny Lubick Field at Hughes Stadium. They had to win this game. They did. Now they're going bowling for a fourth straight game, or for a fourth straight year, I should say. Excuse me. And for me, this stadium really introduced me to college football. I was never a CU fan. I was never really a CSU fan either, growing up in Denver. Coming here in 2003, watching Bradley Van Pelt, watching Sonny Lubick coach before they named it after him, the field. This stadium has a lot of memories for me. It has a lot of memories for Colorado State Rams fans. It's a bit bittersweet. This was the first place I was ever a professional journalist, and now I'm closing it out tonight with this video and all these videos after the game for 5280 Sports Network this year. It's been special. It's been a wild ride, to say the least. I just want to thank everybody who's been a part of my professional career, all the people from behind the scenes to the players to the coaches and everyone else, and all the people like my girlfriend who stand by me even through these crazy times, this crazy schedule. Heck, it's 1 in the morning and I gotta get going. So thank you, Ram fans, for tuning in, and congrats, Sonny Lubick Field at Hughes Stadium. You got to see one more win.